Okay, so to actually start drawing our electrical plan onto our floor plan here, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and turn off a few layers and just have a clean floor plan to look at. So I'm going to shut off the text layer and I'm going to shut off the dimension layer. And now I just have my floor plan, walls, my fixtures, and also I have my hatching on, which I can turn that off. And either way, it's not necessary to have it on or off, but for now, let's just keep it off. So another thing I like to do is I want to go ahead and lock my floor plan wall layer. And I'm going to go ahead and lock that because, well, let's see what happened. Oh, my walls layer. Let's lock the walls layer. And these are on a 0 layer, so I'm going to move all of this to the walls. And okay, so now everything is locked. And the reason why I want to do that is because I'm going to be drawing some lines on here and I may be erasing things, and I don't want to erase any of my existing walls. So now that we have our walls, we have our walls locked, and let's make sure I'm in the electrical layer, we're ready to go ahead and draw some electrical symbols onto our plan. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so the first thing we are going to draw on our electrical plan is going to be the light fixtures. So I'm going to show you a trick that I like to do to find the center of my rooms and thus the location of my light fixtures. Is I'm going to draw a line from one corner to the next, and let's go ahead and draw another line, and I'm just going to keep drawing lines where I want the center of my room to be, where my fixture is. So as you can see there, it's already, I can snap to the center. And let's go ahead and find the center of that closet. We'll do another one there, and I'll go ahead and center a light in here, and we'll center one here in our utility room. And this is where it gets a little tricky when you're defining rooms that don't have 4 walls. So this is going to be our dining area. So I'm going to go ahead and center a light right in this area. And let's go ahead and draw maybe a line out here. And maybe we'll center one there. Maybe we'll might offset it a little bit there. And we'll go ahead and center some lights in here. And I may play with this area a little bit, but let's do it one more time over here. And that's about it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is add some just general light junction boxes, which is our incandescent light symbol here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and right click, and I'm going to click on the center of that fixture or that symbol, and I'm going to go ahead and start popping this where I want just a basic generic junction box to be. So I'm going to pop that in my closet, pop one right there, and we'll go ahead and we'll pop one in this area. And I think I'm going to do a pendant down here. So I'm going to copy my pendant symbol. I'm going to pop that right in there. And now let's do our ceiling fan. We'll put this in our bedrooms and the living room. And now let's pop in some can lights. So I'm going to go to my can light symbol here, grab the center, and we'll pop one in this hallway here, in this area. And let's go ahead and pop them in our kitchen. And what I'm going to do here for the kitchen, I'm going to go ahead and offset this. I'm going to click on that ortho mode. So I'm going right along this line. And let's move it over 2 feet. And I'm going to hit MI for mirror. I'm going to select that and select the midpoint and just mirror it to the other side. And now I'm going to go ahead and move these down to, let's say, about 2 feet 6. And I'm going to hit mirror again. I'm going to grab these. I'm going to mirror the center and just flip them on over that way. And this is a little peninsula island here, and I'm going to go ahead and copy some pendants over this area. So we probably want them, let's put one in the center. I'm going to go ahead and move it kind of over my sink area, and I'm going to offset it or copy it over, let's say 3 feet. And let's just go ahead and, I'm not going to do 3, might be overkill, so let's just move it over a foot, and that looks pretty good in that space there. And that looks like a good amount of lights for our kitchen. And let's go ahead and copy some more can lights for our living area here. So what I like to do here is I'm going to type from, enter, and I'm going to pick the center. And now I can move over, basically I'm kind of placing it through a reference point. So let's say about 4 feet 6. And let's go ahead and move it up. And let's go about 3 feet 6. And let's go ahead and mirror. Gonna mirror it over there. And let's go ahead and mirror both of them over there. And it seems like we got kind of a good gap over here, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this one more time, and let's see if we could do the same spacing. It might be a little bit too close, but we'll try it. And yeah, it seems a little too close, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over. And everything doesn't have to be in an exact grid, and you just have to do what kind of makes sense. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this light, align this last can light over here. Okay, so I think we've got all of our ceiling lights. Let me see if I missed any. Yeah, we need to pop some in our bathroom. So I like to add a can light over our bathtub here, and I want this to be waterproof since this is a wet area. So I'm going to grab a waterproof can light. So that's what I have here, and then copy this. And let's place it there, and we could just put a normal can light in this area, and I will put a vanity light, which is going to be a wall mounted light in that area right above in the center of my sink. And let's go ahead and erase these lines that we're using to find our center. Let's erase that. Okay, so we have all of our lighting fixtures placed. So now we still have to do a couple other things. We still have to add our switches and our recess. So let's move on to the next lesson.